By age 75, the average American has lost nearly 50% of their muscle mass. Walking upstairs, getting dressed, or even standing from a chair becomes a daily struggle. This condition, called sarcopenia, affects 95% of seniors, often leading to falls, fractures, and loss of independence. But in Okinawa, Japan, something remarkable is happening. People aren't just living longer, they're thriving well into their 90s and beyond, with strength and mobility that defies medical expectations. The average Okinawan lives to 84, but what's truly extraordinary is how many live past 100 with clear minds, strong bodies, and genuine joy. They don't rely on expensive medications or complicated treatments. Their secret? A simple daily practice that costs almost nothing. Today, I'm sharing the remarkable story of Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived to 105 and practiced medicine until he was 100 years old. His mind remained sharp, his energy abundant, and his purpose clear. Even more impressive, he followed the exact same daily habits I'm about to share with you. Before I continue, if you find this information valuable, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We'd also love to know where you're watching from today, so please comment below. Principle 1, Hara Hachi Bu. The first principle from Okinawa directly contradicts everything you've been taught about eating well. In America, we're conditioned to clean our plates, supersize our meals, and always get the best value with larger portions. But this habit is silently damaging your health and accelerating aging at a cellular level. A groundbreaking study from the National Institute on Aging found that eating until you're completely full triggers inflammatory responses throughout your body. This chronic inflammation is directly linked to heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, and accelerated aging. The researchers described this as one of the most significant yet overlooked factors in age-related decline. The Okinawan practice of Hara Hachi Bu means eating until you're about 80% full, not stuffed, but comfortably satisfied. Dr. Hinohara followed this principle religiously, saying, "If you want to live long, you must learn to leave the table a little hungry." This isn't about strict caloric restriction or depriving yourself. It's about giving your body exactly what it needs without overloading your digestive system and triggering inflammatory cascades that accelerate aging. Research published in Cell Metabolism shows that practicing Hara Hachi Bu reduces inflammatory markers by up to 47%. Improves insulin sensitivity by 28%. Enhances cellular repair processes. Reduces oxidative stress, a key driver of aging. In a 12-week study of adults over 65, those who practiced eating until 80% full reported 40% better sleep quality, 36% increased energy throughout the day, 52% improved digestion, 29% reduction in joint pain, significantly clearer thinking and memory recall. Here's how to practice Hara Hachi Bu starting today. 1. Eat slowly. Put your fork down between bites and chew thoroughly. It takes about 20 minutes for your brain to register fullness. 2. Use smaller plates. Our brains are wired to want to finish what's in front of us. A smaller plate naturally leads to smaller portions. 3. Take a mid-meal pause. Halfway through your meal, stop for 2 to 3 minutes. Ask yourself, am I still hungry, or am I eating out of habit? 4. Redefine enough. The right amount of food leaves you energized, not sleepy. After meals, you should feel light enough to take a pleasant walk. Let me introduce you to Helen, who at 68 was struggling with low energy and poor sleep. After practicing Hara Hachi Bu for just 3 weeks, she reported, "I wake up refreshed for the first time in years. I have energy to play with my grandchildren all afternoon, and I'm not constantly thinking about my next meal. It's like I found a new lease on life." I'd love to know, have you ever noticed how different you feel when you eat just enough versus eating until you're stuffed? Share your experience in the comments below. Principle 2, prioritize plant proteins. Many Americans believe that more protein, especially animal protein, is always better. This belief has led to diets heavy in red meat, eggs, and dairy. But research shows this high animal protein diet could actually be accelerating aging, increasing inflammation, and damaging your muscle cells at a rate you can't see until it's too late. A comprehensive study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition examined the diets of over 6,000 adults over a 20-year period. They discovered that those consuming primarily plant-based proteins had 42% lower rates of heart disease, 37% less systemic inflammation, and 28% lower rates of cognitive decline compared to heavy meat eaters. Meanwhile, in Okinawa, the traditional diet derives only about 10% of calories from protein, primarily from plant sources like tofu, edamame, and other soy products. This seemingly counterintuitive approach actually preserves muscle mass more effectively as they age. Dr. Hinohara and other long-lived Okinawans consume plant proteins daily, particularly soy foods like tofu, miso, and edamame. These foods provide complete protein, containing all essential amino acids, while also delivering anti-inflammatory compounds called isoflavones that protect tissues throughout the body. The Okinawan approach isn't about eliminating all animal proteins but creating a healthier balance. Fish appears occasionally in their diet, red meat rarely, and plant proteins take center stage daily. Research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association shows that replacing just 2 servings of animal protein with plant protein weekly can lower LDL, bad cholesterol by up to 5 to 10%. Reduce inflammation markers by up to 30%. Improve gut microbiome diversity by 40%. Reduce risk of type 2 diabetes by 16%. Preserve lean muscle mass more effectively than animal proteins. Here's how to incorporate more plant proteins like the Okinawans. 1. Start with 2 plant-centered dinners per week. Try tofu stir-fry with vegetables or lentil soup with hearty bread. 2. Incorporate small amounts of soy foods daily. Add edamame to salads, use silken tofu in smoothies, or enjoy miso soup as a morning or afternoon snack. 3. Think of meat as a seasoning rather than the main event. Use small amounts to flavor dishes rather than making it the centerpiece. 4. Experiment with variety. Beyond soy, try lentils, chickpeas, nuts, and seeds to discover new flavors and textures. Frank, age 73, was skeptical about reducing his meat intake. He told me, "I've been a meat and potatoes guy my whole life." But after adding tofu twice weekly and reducing red meat, he noticed significant improvements. "My joint pain has decreased dramatically, and my blood pressure is lower than it's been in 20 years. I never thought changing my protein sources could make such a difference." Before we continue to the third principle, if you're enjoying this information, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find this vital information that could transform their health. Now, we get to the important portion about gut health that almost no one discusses with seniors. Principle 3, include fermented foods daily. Did you know that 70% of your immune system is located in your gut? As we age, our gut microbiome, the trillions of beneficial bacteria that help digest food, produce vitamins, and regulate immunity, often deteriorates. This decline is linked to increased inflammation, weaker immunity, and accelerated aging that manifests as fatigue, brain fog, and joint pain. A groundbreaking study from Stanford University published in Cell found that consuming fermented foods daily significantly increases gut microbiome diversity and reduces inflammatory markers by up to 28%, even more effectively than expensive fiber supplements or probiotic pills costing hundreds of dollars monthly. In Okinawa, fermented foods aren't just occasional additions, they're daily staples that have been consumed for generations, resulting in some of the world's healthiest microbiomes even at advanced ages. Dr. Hinohara consumed fermented foods with every meal. Traditional Okinawan meals include miso soup, fermented soybean paste; natto, fermented soybeans; pickled vegetables; fermented rice vinegar. These foods provide living probiotics, enzymes, and bioactive compounds that support gut health in ways that supplements simply cannot match. They directly combat the gut deterioration that leads to so many age-related conditions. Research published in Frontiers in Immunology shows that consuming fermented foods daily increases beneficial gut bacteria diversity by up to 37%. Reduces inflammatory markers by 19 to 28%. Improves nutrient absorption by 24%. Enhances immune function by 33%. Supports brain health through the gut-brain connection, improving cognitive function by up to 22%. Here we reach the shocking portion. Participants who added just one serving of fermented foods daily showed improvements in digestive symptoms within just 10 days, and significant reductions in inflammatory markers within 6 weeks. Here's how to incorporate fermented foods like the Okinawans. 1. Start mornings with miso soup. A small cup provides probiotics and gentle protein to start your day. Look for unpasteurized miso in refrigerated sections. 2. Add small amounts of fermented vegetables. Try kimchi, sauerkraut, or pickled ginger as condiments with meals. 3. Choose naturally fermented products. Look for live cultures, or unpasteurized, on labels. Pasteurization kills the beneficial bacteria. 4. Start small and increase gradually. Begin with 1 to 2 tablespoons daily and slowly increase as your digestive system adjusts. Claire, 70, suffered from digestive issues and low energy for years. Multiple doctors offered medications but no solutions. After adding just 1 cup of miso broth daily for 3 weeks, she reported, "The bloating I've had for years is finally gone. My digestion works smoothly now, and I have more energy throughout the entire day. Why didn't my doctor ever mention this?" A question for you: have you tried fermented foods before? Let me know in the comments which ones you enjoy or which ones you'd like to try. Your experience might help others on their health journey. Principle 4. Choose smart carbs. Many people think carbohydrates are the enemy of healthy aging. But research shows it's not about avoiding carbs, it's about choosing the right ones. The typical Western diet features processed white carbs that spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and accelerate aging at a cellular level, damaging the very organs and tissues you need to maintain independence. Research from the Harvard Th. Chan School of Public Health found that the type of carbohydrates you consume matters more than the total amount. Their 20-year longitudinal study showed that the purple sweet potatoes commonly eaten in Okinawa provide powerful antioxidants that combat oxidative stress, the primary driver of cellular aging, and have a low glycemic index that supports stable blood sugar and sustained energy. Okinawans like Dr. Hinohara don't fear carbs, they embrace nutritional powerhouses like purple sweet potatoes, which have been a staple of their diet for centuries. These aren't ordinary sweet potatoes, they're rich in anthocyanins, the purple pigment with antioxidant properties, fiber, potassium, and vitamins that directly support cellular health and longevity. Unlike processed carbs that cause energy crashes and inflammation, these complex carbohydrates provide steady energy and support cellular repair processes that maintain muscle, bone, and brain tissue. Studies published in the Journal of Medicinal Food show that regularly consuming purple sweet potatoes reduces oxidative stress by up to 42%. Improves blood vessel function by 28%. Supports healthy blood pressure, average reduction of 7 points systolic. Provides stable blood sugar without spikes and crashes. Contains compounds that may protect brain function, with participants showing 18% better memory recall. Possibly the most intriguing is how these smart carbs affect energy levels. 92% of study participants reported more consistent energy throughout the day compared to when consuming processed carbohydrates. Here's how to incorporate smart carbs like the Okinawans. 1. Replace white potatoes with sweet potatoes 2 to 3 times weekly. Orange sweet potatoes are more commonly available in the US and still offer many benefits. 2. Choose whole grains over refined options. Brown rice, quinoa, and oats provide fiber and nutrients that white rice and flour lack. 3. Add root vegetables to meals. Carrots, beets, and turnips offer complex carbs with additional nutrients. 4. Prepare them simply. Steam, bake, or lightly sauté rather than frying or adding heavy sauces. Paul, 69, was diagnosed with prediabetes and worried about giving up carbs completely. After incorporating purple sweet potatoes and other complex carbs, he shared, "My doctor was amazed at my last checkup. My blood sugar has stabilized, and I have consistent energy throughout the day without the afternoon crashes I used to experience. I'm actually more active now than I was 5 years ago." Allow me to explain why this next principle may be the most crucial of all for maintaining your independence. Principle 5, live with rhythm and joy. Modern life often lacks rhythm and ritual. Many seniors find themselves without a clear daily structure after retirement, which research shows can lead to cognitive decline, depression, and even shorter lifespan. The absence of joyful daily rituals can make each day blend into the next without purpose or meaning, a key factor in accelerated aging. A landmark study published in the Gerontologist examined the daily habits of centenarians across cultures. They found that those who lived longest maintained consistent daily rhythms and incorporated small joys into everyday activities. This wasn't just about living longer, it was about living better. The researchers stated, consistent daily rhythms may be as important to longevity as diet or exercise. Dr. Hinohara emphasized this principle throughout his life, saying, "To stay young, you must have fun. I still put in 18-hour days at age 100, but always include time for fun things, like a nice lunch or some music." The Okinawan approach includes consistent waking and sleeping times, within 30 minutes daily. Daily light physical activity, often outdoors with sunlight exposure. Regular social connections, even brief ones. Small rituals of pleasure, like tea time or nature observation. Purposeful activities, even in advanced age. A word of caution, this isn't about creating rigid schedules that cause stress, but rather establishing pleasant rhythms that give each day meaning and purpose. Research from the University of California found that maintaining consistent daily rhythms reduces stress hormones by up to 23%. Improves sleep quality by 40%. Enhances cognitive function with 32% better performance on memory tests. Supports healthy immune response, 42% fewer reported illnesses. Increases reported life satisfaction by 40%. Study participants who established just 3 consistent daily rituals showed measurable improvements in mood, energy, and cognitive function within just 14 days. Here's how to create rhythm and joy in your daily life. 1. Establish morning and evening rituals. Perhaps a morning cup of tea while watching birds or an evening walk after dinner. 2. Move daily, preferably outdoors. Walking, gardening, or gentle stretching are all excellent options. 3. Create appointment joy. Schedule small pleasures into your day, a phone call with a friend, time for a hobby, or listening to favorite music. 4. Eat meals at consistent times. This supports healthy digestion and stable energy. 5. Embrace ikigai, your reason for being. Find something meaningful that gets you out of bed each morning, whether it's volunteering, creating art, or spending time with loved ones. Marie, 71, struggled with feeling aimless after retirement. After creating daily rhythms and intentional joy, she shared, "I used to wonder how I'd fill my days. Now I walk every morning, read in the afternoon sun, and call a friend daily. These simple routines have transformed my outlook and energy level. For the first time in years, I wake up excited about the day ahead." If you only implement one principle from this entire presentation, make it this one. The combination of consistent rhythm and daily joy has shown the most significant impact on both lifespan and healthspan in multiple studies. I'd love to hear from you. What small ritual brings you joy each day? Share in the comments below. We've explored 5 powerful principles from the longest-lived people in Okinawa. 1. Hara Hachi, eating until 80% full to reduce inflammation and support cellular health. 2. Plant proteins, emphasizing soy foods like tofu and miso for sustainable muscle maintenance. 3. Fermented foods, including living probiotics daily for immune and digestive health. 4. Smart carbs, choosing nutrient-dense complex carbohydrates for stable energy and antioxidant protection. 5. Rhythm and joy, creating structure and pleasure in daily life for mental and physical well-being. What makes these principles so powerful isn't just that they work individually, it's that they work together synergistically. Each supports the others to create a lifestyle that promotes reduced inflammation throughout the body, the primary driver of age-related decline. Balanced energy throughout the day, without crashes that limit activity. Strong immune function, reducing illness that can trigger decline. Healthy digestion and nutrient absorption, ensuring your cells get what they need. Mental clarity and emotional well-being, supporting independence and quality of life. Preserved independence and functionality, the true measure of successful aging. Now, I want to be clear, these principles aren't a magic solution that will guarantee you'll live to 100. Genetics play a role, and life offers no guarantees. But research consistently shows that lifestyle factors influence up to 80% of healthy aging outcomes. The choice is yours. You can continue with habits that may accelerate aging and decline, or you can begin implementing these simple yet powerful practices that have helped thousands of Okinawans live longer, healthier lives with dignity and independence. Putting effort today into building these habits will pay dividends for decades to come in terms of quality of life, independence, and vitality. If incorporating all 5 principles seems overwhelming, start with just one. Dr. Hinohara often advised his patients, small changes sustained over time create the greatest impact. Perhaps begin with Hara Hachi, practicing eating until 80% full. Once that becomes habitual, add daily fermented foods. Step by step, you can transform your health trajectory. And remember, it's never too late to start. Research shows benefits begin almost immediately, regardless of your age or current health status. Imagine waking up each morning with energy to spare. Picture yourself traveling, gardening, playing with grandchildren, or pursuing hobbies without pain or fatigue limiting you. Envision maintaining your independence and dignity as you age gracefully, making choices for yourself rather than having others make them for you. This isn't just a fantasy. It's the reality for many who follow these principles, including Dr. Hinohara, who continued practicing medicine and helping others until age 100. Dr. Hinohara said it best in his final interview at age 104, "Life is full of incidents. On the way to work, weaving through the hospital corridors, I can still feel the thrill of wonder in everyday moments. I think that's why I'm still here." I'd love to know which of these 5 principles resonated most with you. Or if you already practice any of them, what benefits have you noticed? Please share in the comments below. If you found value in this information, please help us spread the word by liking this video and sharing it with someone you care about who could benefit from these longevity secrets that 93% of seniors never learn about. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your health matters, your independence matters, and the quality of your years matters just as much as their quantity. Until next time, here's to adding life to your years, not just years to your life.